How you doing, everybody? Blazing Snake here, coming at you live, and this is a record, 3 streams in one day. Coming at you live with The Outer Worlds 2. I literally just started. This is what I was referring to about. No, we do not do motion blur. You know, at the very least, they have it set to where you can set it which one instead of. I'm right shoulder, so I mean.
Welcome to The Outer Worlds 2. Any similarities to real-world dystopian corporate-branded hellscapes are purely coincidental. I'm the Moon Man. You might know me from such business entities as Spacer's Choice or its parent company, Universal Defense Logistics. Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal. But I won't bore you
I'm from
how I became
Spacer's
the
Choice.
galaxy's most beloved and recognizable spokesmoon. You're here to choose options from a menu. Well, have I got menu options for you?
Okay, that's pretty unique.
Commander, we've been hit by one of those space anomalies.
Buddy?
And the piloting system is down.
Buddy?
The astrogator's gears are shot.
Get a hold of yourself. You're an Earth Directorate agent.
Affirmative, Commander. What are the orders?
Brace for impact.
Unable to brace for impact.
Ain't that a bitch?
Is it the end for Commander Zane and Buddy? Tune in next week to find out.
From one side of the galaxy to the next, the Earth Directorate is on your side.
Get your answer now.
Whether against corrupt corporations, tyrannical governments, or corrupt corporations in league with tyrannical governments. The Earth Directorate is here to fight for the rights of all colonists.
So Space Captain America with a chicken salad,
So remember, if you or your neighbor's government has turned tyrannical or sold themselves out to greedy corporate interests, just commandeer a skip drone and send the Earth Directorate an SOS, and we will respond immediately.
Please allow 6 months to 10 years, depending on your proximity to the nearest Earth Directorate base and any unforeseen encounters.
6 months to 10 years. I could go like Peter Parker. Mole! There's a mole! There's a fucking mole! I don't think he said fucking, but... As that's the closest I'll get to having a scar over the eye. That's one thing I'm like having. Like, okay, I understand that some people have that kind of stuff around them, but like the DEI video games and whatnot have been like putting like really big emphasis on stuff like the skin being lighter around certain spots and whatnot. I don't get it. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty close. I do have minor dark circles, unfortunately. Cotton from Rage Gaming. Renegade for life. Give me a moment. I gotta use the restroom. Sorry about that. I should have paused the screen. I'm leaning more towards Renegade, but at the same time, I want to do Rouseabout just because it'd be funny. I kind of want the Brilliance thing, but at the same time, Suave would give me like a 10% discount. Thank Christ. Yeah, to look in the mirror, that's pretty much how my hair is right now.
Commander, I know we're rarely of the same mind where tactics are concerned, but you're the best agent we've got for, let's say, our unofficial missions. And few are as unofficial as this one. Your destination, the Arcadian system, is the source of all skip drive manufacturing. However, they also fall outside our legal jurisdiction, a fact which no doubt makes this mission all the more intriguing to you. We have recently discovered that the drives are somehow responsible for the dangerous rift anomalies, the tears in the fabric of space itself. Without skip drives, interstellar travel is impossible. I'll not waste either of our time reviewing how the end of civilization would affect your personal prospects. Your mission is to rendezvous with DeVries, our forward agent, and assist her in retrieving the information needed to determine exactly how the skip drives cause the rift anomalies. But be advised, if you or any member of your team are captured, you will be on your own. There will be no rescue. We cannot afford for this to turn into an intergalactic incident. Agent DeVries will be contacting you shortly to coordinate your plan of action.
I know you'll always do what serves you best. In fact, I'm counting on just that. May the law and your unerring sense of self-preservation guide you and your team.
At the very least, I got my own ship this time. Hopefully no snarky-ass AI. I don't know if it's...
Hey, hi. Agent Pascal told me to bring you your new model tactical time dilation device. They say these newfangled ones cost no, that ain't right. 10.25% less brain damage than the old ones. This a test? The TTD devices operate by speeding up the subject's perception of time. Or is it
slowing, you dumbass.
I can never get that right. Everything just moves slower. They say the way it works is like, well, you know how parts of your brain can become damaged if you're in suspended animation too long? It kind of does the same thing. Oh no, they don't simulate it. It's the real McCoy. The lab coats swear it's perfectly safe. Listen to me, rambling on. Look, Commander, truth be told, I asked to deliver it to you. I was just hoping to get a moment to ask you for a pointer or two. Because, well, you're a legend. And the other agents, well, let's just say they disagree on just how I should go about it. Because you all know so much more than me. Pascal likes to joke around about everything. But I like it when she says it's all about looking out for those. Sandapol, he laughs at that. Says we gotta save people because they're too stupid to save themselves. And that we got righteousness on our side. Yeah, that there. Anyway, thanks. She's like you. Top tier, one of the Earth Directorate's best. I know you'll like her. Anyway, we ought to be getting down to the main room and open up the... Call should come through at the council.
whole thing with the tactical time dilation in the first game was because your character was in suspended animation. Why that shit happened?
Commander, your credentials are required to open the channel with Agent DeVries. Yours are currently located in your cabin.
Don't worry, you're not the only one who needs their gray matter rewired after hibernating our way through skip space, Commander.
Commander, considering the danger and consequence of the mission we're about to undertake, I hope you'll forgive the lack of... Arcadia is ruled by a dictatorship that calls itself the Protectorate. They are beyond secretive. However, it is their inability to even imagine that someone could infiltrate their system that has given us an advantage. One I've found a way to exploit spectacularly. As unbelievable as it may sound, once you make your way to my location in the Skip Labs, we will be liberating an unsealed skip core. Then you know what I'm speaking of. But the whole story about the explosive seals being, well, it's a lie. The seals are just there examining an unsealed one, but you'll first need to make your way to the station proper from the landing pad. Hopefully none. Our mission's timing is fortuitous. Most of the sector security was reassigned to the far side of the state. They decommissioned several landing pads, including ours, to give them fewer points of entry to guard. You'll just need to reroute power to open the door to the sector once you've landed. Once you gain access to the sector, you'll need to shut down their communications to keep them from alerting anyone to our presence. Then, you'll need to handle their combat mechs. I've managed to leave caches of tools and intel for you throughout the sector. This may sound simple, but I cannot stress...
Come on, Agent. Haven't you heard? We're the best and brightest. We infiltrate corrupt governments before...
Do you think this is some kind of joke? The Protectorate are the worst. They think nothing of regularly chemically lobotomizing their own subjects for even the slightest error. Your life isn't the only one at risk here.
Hear you loud and clear, Commander.
You'd better. You've no idea what I've sacrificed, and what I'm prepared to sacrifice still. I don't need a team led by some self-serving raconteur who plays fast and loose with the rules whenever it suits them, fouling it up. We shall see. But since you are the commanding officer here, I have no choice but to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'll not let my... I need to go now. My absence will be noticed soon.
Augustine! I mean, Agent DeVries.
Who? Niall?
I'm an agent. First assignment. Suppose I look a mite different now. Less greed. Can't wait to see you once this is over.
Same to you, Ibarra.
Navigator's warmed up in the cockpit, Commander. Whenever you're ready to fly us in.
I get the feeling most of the people here are going to die. Except for myself, but... And if there is any kind of background sound, I'm hoping there's not. I don't have my headset on, so... In actual fact, it's more sound coming from the headset than there is doing it this way anyway.
Commander, Ibarra and I will secure the building down here, while you're upstairs restoring power to the door.
That smell. Did a Sprat get flash fried in here?
Agent DeVries's orders still stand. Power must be restored to the door in order to proceed into the sector.
There's gonna be guards behind that door, I just get the feeling.
The electrical system misfired somehow. Security has been triggered. It needs to be dealt with quickly.
As unable to function due to death. Expiring without permission.
Commander, we finished our sweep. I'd wager we could use the intercom to call for help, Commander. Must be a guard around. Screen's broken, so should be nothing to pass yourself off as one of their own. Always a good idea.
Cadet Warden 4th Class Corbin receiving. It's a glorious day in the Protectorate. That's listed as decommissioned. And yet the defenses have... And hurry, please. The transmission of the Sovereign's family's arrival will start any moment. Mallory? Oh. Now I have... What? I know I shouldn't be asking this, but... No! I mean, yes! Of course, I am pleased you have been returned to us as a fully functioning subject. Sorry, I can't risk being sentimental. I have nothing to say to you.
At least it's more than just light ammo and heavy ammo.
Commander, the situation is becoming more fluid than I'd originally planned for. We've got to change our approach. Split the team to handle comms and security concurrently.
Good to know DeVries is consistently on edge. Wasn't just me. You'd think she'd never been on a mission before. Everyone knows fluids about... Well, sitting here jawing ain't gonna accomplish much. Looks to be central dispatch on the right with security ops on the left. Which you taking, Commander? We'll hit the other. Kinda figured that'd be your choice. Shoot a couple for me, will you? We'll stay well out of trouble.
That's right. Like you told me, Commander, everyone's well-being depends on our success. If whatever's going on...
Right. Well, then, notwithstanding Ibarra's...
Pascal. Ma'am, I've been cogitating on how best to gain entry into security ops. You know, nice and quiet like.
Oh, you gonna school me on some of that newfangled academy training of yours? So long as it don't result in us being unceremoniously shot, suppose I could hear you out.
Getting shot's certainly part of it.
Jensen and I are in position above the sector, Commander. Path been cleared. Only encountered one guard. Wasn't burning.
As long as it was done righteously in the name of the Earth.
Minimizing exposure! It wouldn't stay too close to the airlock when we're back on the ship. What? The wrong airlock?
Taking shelter!
You need to sabotage the transformer to disable the failsafes. This will allow you to open the door and proceed. I left the manual in the locker to your right in case you need it.
Each and every one of you. Yes. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be your sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the best of the
Good. Now that that's done... Oh, did I forget to mention the alarm? Just ignore it and get to the manual override in the control room as soon as you can.
Taking cover!
failure will be met with severe consequences.
I don't like that guy.
Moving to safety.
We're encountering more opposition over here than Spring said we should. Not that it's the area, but any distractions provide helpful protection.
Heed the forthcoming crate.
Comms are down. This is going better than I expected. The nearby elevator will take you out to the rendezvous point.
Did he only hear because he comic director? Wasn't that like the name of Indiana Jones' sidekick in the movie where the I forget what,
Give us a minute. Something's not right.
When the hell is anything right? You pause if you want to read it or whatnot, because that's part of the thing. I do stream, but at the same time, I'm not like deleting these unless it's like.
What's that? An explosion? Avara, Pascal, do you copy? Niles, say something.
Commander, what
That's why you don't touch stuff like that.
There is a 90% chance Agent Pascal is trapped under rubble. 87.
I don't understand. Everything went bad so fast. But we can't stay here. Out the mission. Commander, surely you ain't suggesting I leave one of our own behind? No.
Issuing urgent reminder. Time is of the essence. Per Earth Directorate guidelines, an incapacitated agent's equipment is available for...
Commander, guards are closing in on your location. Agent DeVries, we need an updated tactical report. We've got agents down.
This makes no sense. There were no hostiles in the immediate area. No logical cause for that explosion. And there's nothing more we can do for them. This doesn't change our mission. We have no choice but to keep pushing forward.
Troopers, wardens, arbiters, hold positions.
Hasten to it, Commander.
Any subject failing to comply. Stand by for further instruction.
Grenade close at hand!
Hey, you there! Come over here at once! What are you doing here? Why aren't you at your post? Something has transpired at Central Dispatch. I've attempted to raise anyone within the sector, but communications are completely down. Your voice. You're the one I spoke to over the intercom. Praise be the matriarch that I was not fooled by your false tongue. Never. I'll just wait here for them to come and take me away. Of what matter is it's just sitting on Arbiter Jackson's terminal, waiting like a blade above my head. When the demerits for the... I'll not have one of my last cognizant actions be one of treason. I'm tired of being... Let us...
going on out there? Did you think shooting up the place was a good idea right now? After what happened to Niles? You need to stop the tomfoolery, take the lift behind you, and get to me as soon as you can. It is imperative we retrieve this unsealed core and escape this station. Commander, be on your guard. I'm picking up increased security activity in your area. They'll be at your location at any moment.
It's free real estate.
Commander, can you hear us? Something's wrong. We can't get into the skip lab, and DeVries isn't responding to our comms.
In other words, we're trapped out here. So don't count on us for backup. We'll be busy keeping ourselves alive.
Don't worry about us. Just get to DeVries and liberate that core so we can get out of here.
Disrupting course. Better steer clear, man.
Grenade away!
Changing magazines efficiently and in short order.
first I look at what the hell am I?
Boy, damn it! Can't you get anything right? You were supposed to be dead already. I shouldn't have depended on your unwillingness to play by anyone's rules, but... Oh, an infuriating miscalculation on my part, but one that will soon be rectified. You think you can bait me with insults? I am a better agent than you could... Let me put this simply. Simple enough. The grand plan mandates this abomination of an experiment must die. And you along with it. I have neither the time nor the need to explain the veracity, the nuances of the... I was fond of him too. I couldn't risk the delicate balance of the predictions. The mathematical computations involved are very specific. That's the spirit. Embrace your place in the grand... Farewell.
Gotta just shoot the bitch. Boom. Well.
The Sovereign's family has been killed by a naturally occurring rift anomaly. High priority alert to all Earth Directorate agents. Contact with Earth has been lost.
Identified ships on the edge of Arcadia.
It's no longer just a spacer's choice, it's Auntie's choice. Greater value for your men.
Arcadian citizens, we've come to deliver you from oppression.
You're not hearing me, Val. They were out there for almost 10 years. You know we usually have someone left in suspended animation that long.
Explosive cell death may result from extended periods of suspended animation. Death occurs quickly as the human body rapidly liquefies.
Exactly. And it would be my fault it happens. I never should have stopped looking. I can't face the commander right now, not like this. I'll be in the cockpit.
Welcome back to consciousness, Commander. Please accept your back pay for the previous mission. It has been prorated according to the mission's failure and your unapproved 3,468-day sabbatical. This unit is not programmed to judge the activities. Revival protocols mandate a physical and cognitive test to confirm mission readiness. This is to ensure no unexpected changes have occurred regarding your abilities, Commander. Acknowledged. Your refusal has been noted in your permanent record, and an automatic grade assigned and event summary will now be provided to improve your situational awareness, Commander. If you feel yourself beginning to following an aggressive merger between Anti-Cleo's and Spacer's Choice, the new corporate entity known as Anti's Choice invaded Arcadia. Anti's Choice claims they are following market demands and liberating Arcadia through the power of capitalism. Many have died. Unfortunately, their invasion fleet also exacerbated the rift anomaly created by Agent DeVries' sabotage of Horizon Point. This means no ship can enter or leave the colony. The rift also remains a threat to the colony. Current estimations suggest the rift will destroy Arcadia in the next 10 years. Give or take 7 to 8 years. Correct. At some point in the next decade, the rift will result in the complete annihilation of all life in Agent Ibarra has expressed far more confusion and alarm about Agent DeVries' latest actions. It has been confirmed that Agent DeVries was responsible for downing the old Earth Directorate surveillance set. The satellite had been gathering information since before your mission. When it fell, it signaled agents across the colony, leading to the discovery of you and Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location. It is inadvisable. However, Agent Ibarra has had many years to teach himself new skills, though he has not shown the same aptitude in soap making, hydroponics, or cooking. This unit has also observed a marked improvement in Agent Ibarra's hygiene regiment since the satellite was brought down. Final update. Due to the deaths of every other squad member, Agent
years and I still can't get my head around what Augustine did. Sacrificing our whole team. And for what? Oh, Commander. Thought you were Val. Glad to see you up and ambling about. And not, human stew. More like 9 and change. And a rough 9 years at that. You know, when I first learned some of the escape pods made it away from the station, I'd hoped. I did search for you, Commander. Just as soon as I was able. So then, I got...
Confirmed. The Commander has received a full briefing on...
DeVries. Would have been better if she joined the dead. I figured she'd done... If she's of a mind to, she could use the information on that thing to destabilize the rift and destroy Arcadia. She was one of us, Commander. It's our responsibility to stop her. You always did favor a swift comeuppance. She's going to ground now. But as part of her original undercover mission, DeVries was asserted at the Vox Relay Station. She did follow protocol, established a safe room there. Wager that's where we'll find clues as to her present plans and whereabouts. Thank you, Commander. Just to be clear, I'm not saying we're strolling up to the Vox Station and knock nicely. We might ought to explore the island first, find out what we can. Wasn't nowhere clear as yours. so we need to poke around a bit. Doubt she's there now?
Ought to bring Val with us when we leave.
She might not look it, but she can be fearsome in a fight.
Records indicate that lockboxes, such as the two housed in this dispenser, were after discovering the first lockbox. Unfortunately, due to a jam, the dispenser is currently inoperable. Agent Ibarra deprioritized its repair in order to focus on rescuing you, Commander. Tampering may result theorizing. Extracting the contents from the first lockbox This unit has an advanced decryption key that can open the first lockbox, Commander. Agent Ibarra updated this unit's security protocols following an incident of minor exposure. This unit is currently forbidden from unlocking containers, safes, and bathrooms. Helpful addendum. Scans also indicate an Auntie's Choice dematerializer within the first lockbox, which you may find useful in the discreet disposal of bodies, Commander. Cystipegs, while omnivorous, are not typically rated. Additionally, the second lockbox's contents may contain parts to upgrade your Valerie unit. Upgrades are recommended to improve your experience of Valerie. Please do not attempt physical intimacy with your Valerie unit. This unit may suffer occasional wear and tear in the course of performing its operations. Acknowledge an upgraded Valerie unit. Please be on the lookout for...
Congratulations on your... functioning normally.
I think the only thing I saw of this was like a review of the game. Like a oh, Lord. A non-spoiler review. It is actually not. Again, it's nice to have it. Don't get me wrong, the Unreliable was all good.
That ain't a good sign. Can't say the same. See that thing in the sky there? That'll be the box reader. And that's why we're headed to Fairfield first. Less chance of us getting shot while picking up the Breeze trail.
Engaging hostile life forms. Emergency.
Ready to take the heat off him, Commander. Just say when.
Whoa there, go-getter.
Welcome to Fairfield, now under the new and I'd usually ask if you were affiliated with the previous regime, but you lack the bewildered gaze of a Yasang protectorate. Even so, going to have to ask you to identify yourself. Still a war on and all. Earth Directorate, huh? Like, from the serials? Thought Arcadia... End of the day, we let most anybody in. Bottom line's all we care about is our bottom line. That'll be all. Unless you got any questions before you're on your way. On the way from the landing pad? Had a convoy out that way. They're overdue. Damnation. I had a friend on that detail. He always carried this, keepsake. Well, never too late. Them Protectorate drones been a serious menace of late. Heard Trooper Faulkner shot a few. You find a way to put a stop to them. There's a bounty for... Oh, we got everything. One of them, at least. Clinic's over there on your left. Watering hole's a bit down on the right. Market's a straight shot. What? You been in hibernation or something? We're here to bring the free market's liberation. As I've never heard of her, can't say I can. Seems like Minister Milver... before I forget, I have standing orders to send all newcomers to Minister Milver Street. He's in the... Once again, welcome to Fairfield, the official new home of free trade and self-reliance on Eden.
Auntie's choice makes a cream for it.
Keep your petty skepticism. I'll pay my tab in no time. You'll see. Mark my words, when my deal comes through, I'll have enough bits to...
That guard wasn't being ironical about the giant hologram over town hall. Well, guess we ought to go acquaint ourselves with that minister like she said.
You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's.
Yet you see fit to keep me in a constant state of consternation. With each unauthorized act, you jeopardize our hold of Fairfield.
Yes, but you must understand, the Protectorate citizenry is a hair's breadth from defection within the...
Like the week prior and the week before that. Impressive foresight you wield. Should apply to join the Order.
It would be difficult enough to convert the stubborn populace without your soldiers' constant, ill-advised...
Enough! Your yipping reminds me of my 2 old canids. I loved those canids. You, on the other hand, are trying my patience. We don't want to try Auntie's patience, do we?
No, Auntie.
Yes, I thought not. Now, unless you care to
You look like she's about to slap the shit out of him.
You will both of you cease your foolish maneuvering
Like Mom on
immediately.
Futurama.
Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Auntie.
Good. See that it is done. I will brook no more disappointments. And while you're at it, you might want to look into your security situation, Commander. I'm not accustomed to an audience when addressing my subordinates.
Who in the void? Eavesdropping on Auntie's choice business is like to get a body shot for spine. Though you're not wanting for moxie. I'll give you that.
Now hold a moment, Carr. When opportunity comes visiting, perhaps it's better not to riddle it full of holes. Our new compatriot may be of assistance.
A surprisingly good point. Especially from you. She only forbade us using our own... But which? Well, you seem... Come see me before agreeing to whatever absurdity he proposes. Unlike him...
Alone at last. Allow me to introduce myself. I am D.B. Milver Street, Minister of Marketing, Duke of Demographics, Commercial Condottieri, President of Promotional Material. Tell me, do you believe in signs? I sell to the gullible and impressionable. You, however, seem a mite too clever to buy what I'm peddling. No, friend, I've got something better in mind for you. I do not believe in signs. I believe in opportunities right now at this moment. But I'm hardly the type to beg and ask for nothing in return. Tell me, what
With that head? Absolutely.
is this a bad time to mention I can read lips? I have some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. The record room is in this building. You have my permission. But surely a go-getter like yourself has more ambitious goals on our island. Ambitious, aren't we? Easily better yet. Helping me shall result in our saving dozens, no, hundreds of lives. Your conscience can't blame a body for wanting to practice, can you? Angie may demand Carr and I do nothing, but for each moment I remain inactive, dozens fall in meaningless combat. The Protectorate utilizes a procedure known as mental refreshment to the Ministry of Accuracy. Contains vital information about the problem. I previously sent a grafted soldier, Trooper Sealong, to retrieve said information, but I've not heard from her in some time. Yes. One additional word of warning. The good Commander Carr shall not take kindly to your working with me, though that is a bridge most worth burning.
Watch out for that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems.
Still got work if you're looking. You're here early. I expected you'd be on the receiving end of Milver Street's bluster until... I'm Officer Babylon Carr, head of aggressive acquisitions and persons elimination on Paradise Island. Now, not to say I question the presence of a wayward sightseer in the midst of a war-torn waste, but it might be safer for us both. The Vox, eh? Bent on bloody self-destruction? Although if you were keen on continuing to draw breath, perhaps you and I could broker a deal. There are Protectorate vitals need bled. You could do the bleeding. Unusual refers to every turncoat and is not a halfway strong enough phrase. Try gormless cretins who can not so much. Don't know if there's a DeVries here. Not my department. Milver Street befriends the ex-subjects. Why are you looking for them? Who are they to you? Directorate agents betraying their fellows? So much for humanity's best and brightest. I want the Protectorate war effort exsanguinated. You want into the Vox Relay. You help. There's a particular holding we shelled early in the war. Name of you. My scouts report recent Protectorate attempts to bring it back. Should note, the ministers like to take our working together as a personal affront. Aid me, and I suspect he'll rescind any offer he may have made to you. Do you suggest that our good minister has lost patience with playing fair and now he's devoted to his half measures? I'll give him that. But Milver Street's grinning manipulation won't earn nothing but more of our own dead. Work with me. Competence recognizes competence. One last thing. Visit the ministry.
Weapon mods.
Welcome, welcome. See any... Well, if it isn't a new face in fair... What I meant to say is that we, like they said... Welcome, welcome. See anything you like?
So far, it seems to be okay, but
Ectoplasm. Wait. Nope. Just Taro excrement.
red trim and round windows. Yeah, that does get annoying.
DeVries sure has some cheek putting the Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift...
I can't believe this. Avoid me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking? How can you be so even-tempered about this? I know you didn't know her like I did. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to... DeVries may have saved me on Triangular, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too. Back at the academy, we all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a figure my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers. The Order of the Ascent is just another sect of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. The grand plan and all that used to be part of the believe they can predict the future or some such, but nice plan-abiding folks don't kill for the betterment of their cause. But 10 years ago, I would have said this. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks. Done some good, too. Even I can admit that not everyone following the plan is a fanatic. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue. That's different. Everything we've done so far has been for the mission, to save everyone. You forget we're on the same side here, Commander? I'm not the only one DeVries wronged. She robbed you of 10 years of your life. Don't you want recompense for that? No. But it might keep her from whatever her plans. She started putting them in place. Reckon there's got to be someone on...
Best keep your lamps lit for wildlife.
Route to detected.
I swear that wasn't planned.
It doesn't make sense why these things would be here. From my understanding, this game's supposed to actually be in a different sector of the galaxy. Try something. I was hoping I could pull it fast enough to where I could like shoot all 3 barrels consecutively.
We're closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Why are you asking? Who?
The people she...
The architect. I had no idea.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
The anguish she always seemed to battle with. I fear it may have finally overwhelmed her. And could likely be... I wish I knew. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for... That's when things became... She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of... But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? We became friends when she... Well, for some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that.
She ain't the only...
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar... She said, some days I wish I...
Know a little something about that, too.
I did try to, after the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried... Yes, and I am ashamed to admit it. Though if she hadn't wanted me to, she wouldn't have told me the code.
That is Agent DeVries's...
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something. What do you mean? It was where she worked. One of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but... when you find her... please, remind her of who she used... That's all I can ask.
I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a... Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me. Tracked on the Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit? Brief one? Not sure he'd still consider me. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you, that starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe. Likely not. We didn't exactly leave off in a good way. Traded some. After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the Protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action. I agree. But the problem with burning down the system is finding ways out for all the innocent folk trapped inside it. We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and Sentinel, often than not, our help.
Also, there is another reason why I'm not doing OBS quite yet.
Arcadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot.
Granted, for Resident Evil 2, I have it set back at 60 FPS.
Guess some of what you said way back when stuck. All that talk about putting people first. Anyway, think only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle. Much appreciated. Westport.
Let me... get my thoughts together. So, part of the reason why I'm doing this right now on PlayStation instead of OBS is because, granted, OBS was working fine with the going up to 60 FPS with Resident Evil 2. I don't know how it is with this one, because I think the one that I was doing before, Red Dead, it was kind of weird. And of course, then again, I was playing the game in 60 FPS, but I had the video resolution set at 30. Which it wasn't because, like, I don't know. I think there was a series that I was recording on OBS that didn't get to the frames per second that I wanted. Okay.
Which is not advised at this time. Levels have fallen below acceptable parameters.
Either a minefield or something else. Also, it's only the second game that I've ever played with like the toxicity tied to healing. I could have sworn though that there was I could swear though that there was another. But I could have sworn there was another game that I played on OBS via recording where... Okay.
May or may not be missed by family you may or may not possess.
But I'm trying to get my thoughts together because I'm like, it's a weird thing about me. I'm more focused on what's around me while I'm playing a game instead of like getting thoughts together. What I'm trying to get at is that I think there was a series that I once recorded on OBS, but the frame, I think it was Baldur's Gate actually. Now that I think about it, yeah, it might have been Baldur's Gate that had like weird FPS issues while I was recording on OBS. Of course, then again, I was also recording with the... When I was doing it last, it was with the, the cord that wasn't working too well, so...
Ain't as tough as you thought. Hey you, get over here before you get yourself killed.
No, you ain't got one. And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat since they're pup. A desperate rat is a dangerous rat. That obvious, huh? Yeah, I was hoping there'd be something worth harvesting. Something worth the trouble of killing, if the occasion calls for it. But I fancy myself something of a biologist. Me and raptidons, we're well acquainted. I know their pattern, which is why I gotta ask. What are you doing here? Oh, that's a high-profile target. Huh. I'm Inez Silung, Auntie's choice, former combat medic in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Minister Milver Street of Fairfield sent me here to retrieve some information. Not my most... I'll admit I was eager for some good hunting around here. My arm, my graft, needs some bolstering. But if the raps here are as weak as this one, it won't help me none. If you had, you'd know. Unless you're accustomed to seeing folk roaming around with exposed muscle fibers or stunted extra limbs on their backs. Other than punch a hole in my armor, cause Huel at the saloon to yell in consternation, not much. I'm considered a liability. My graft's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon too. But I'm still mostly upright. I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just this damn weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think I'm one of the lucky ones. Truth is, my time is coming. The graft's making me sick, and it'll kill me if I leave it be. But I ain't giving up. There's gotta be a way to fix it.
You looked at the fine print of an employment contract lately? It says any act not only would trying to fix my craft impede my work, but it's also financially unviable. Unproven. Could pursue fixing it myself were I out of my contract. But if I attempted to end it, I'd have to waive all employment rights for the next year. Law, no. The contract would... And anyway, I ain't a killer. No matter how much I fantasize about shutting him or lamenting that his mock apple martini ain't blend. Let me put it this way. If I was already on the bottom rung, this knocks me clean off and buries me in sand. But I started from nothing before. I could do it again. Maybe. Get the feeling. Go on now. I got what I came for, so.
Just me, or did Inez remind you of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's with Andy's choice.
Oh, it's a sight. Yeah, it was Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 3. I remember because that was like the whole thing was that and maybe it was because I was recording it too much or something, but I hate being a check corners kind of guy. Also, I'm kind of tired and still upset a bit. Mostly because of real life stuff, but it's not. No idea if it's copyright or not. but it was like, I think the first couple streams I did through PlayStation, but then I did it through OBS. Oh, Lord. But when I was recording it through OBS, that's when I was having issues with it. Oh, I thought there was going to be a load zone. I do actually have some plan to actually play Baldur's Gate 3 again, but I also recently came across the mod where I don't need to do the full-on multiplayer thing to get different characters out now. Because initially I was thinking it was just pure solo run. Because, I mean, Jesus Christ, no matter what I play on Baldur's Gate 3, I'm going to end up being like the good boy kind of thing. I don't know how to do evil playthroughs. I know how to be an asshole, but I guess that's one of those things where I kind of like, one of those things I kind of like with Mass Effect's morality system. You gotta be Paragon or Renegade, and Paragon's like your ultimate good boy and all that shit, but Renegade's like, you're still a good guy, but you're not. You're basically the Punisher. If you go Renegade. And if you go Paragon, you're basically Kal-El, Superman, Clark Kent, whatever the hell you want to call him. And while I'm mostly Paragon, there are a few moments where I do go Renegade. Mostly either if I'm being a dick or being an ass to somebody.
Feels good to be back in the saddle, don't it, Val? Kind of reminds me of our days at Nix's work, dodging protective patrols. You remember that? Oh, well. That's all right, Val. I'll just have to do the remembering for both of us.
I don't know, maybe since I've changed the USB cord on it, maybe it'll work better. But I still don't feel like playing Baldur's Gate 3 full out. It's not entirely out of the realm of possibility, to be honest, but again, there are some a couple things where I kind of want to check out and set up first before I do so. Right about now, I don't have the time nor desire to do those things.
Fairfield in the Eastern Forward Operating Base. Careful of
Scout report.
Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order, sir.
Excellent. At ease, Scout.
And don't get me wrong, I love Baldur's Gate 3, but I already put like 300 plus hours on that game. He's a monkey. There. The way I was moving, it made me think of a peacock. I hate peacocks. Yeah, let's not go where the torn up battlefield is. Instead, let's see if we can go in this way, which we probably cannot. Mr. Bill. I don't think I can go this way.
Who goes there?
God.
By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one What's your business here?
Now you've done it.
Slowing down a ranking...
All right, let's not... Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new... Oh, and fair warning, watch out for Zeranium gas. We sprung a leak. Nothing too bad, aside from the headaches, nightmares, missing teeth, and headaches. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble.
If I get the want to play Baldur's Gate 3 again, I will, and it's going to be a different run from what others are used to. Because recently found a mod on there that lets you make your own party members, which was something that I felt was kind of missing from Baldur's Gate 3. You could do it on Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, but and I'm not saying that I have any issue with like Karlach or Astarion or Gale or whatnot. It's just you kind of play through the games with them a bunch of the times, and it's like, okay. Which was part of the reason for the double tab playthrough, is see if I can get something done with that, but you, in a roundabout way, it was actually supposed to be a challenge run.
These Automex to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, we must adhere to decontamination procedures.
Put that in a nightclub, everybody went out, ooh, birdie!
Might be wise to give that large gas cloud a wide berth. I don't think there's anything to gain by getting near it. I'm not sure if we should get any closer.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have. Defend it.
Oh, a new arrival. Fortunately for... If you'd indulge me, I have a few questions I'd like to ask. First question, can you describe the conditions in which you were exposed to the Zeranium? I'll mark it down as haphazard meandering then. All too common these days. All right, for instance, do your bones seem noticeably softer somehow? Have you observed any sterility? Well, good for you. Keeping a positive attitude can often aid your recovery. As a token of my appreciation, allow me... There, that should do it. Do stop back in if you suffer additional... Oh, gladly. What would you like to know? Zeranium is a crystal. Even in its raw form, it generates energy. But once refined... Zeranium is found in a liquid state as well. Refined Zeranium is used to power nearly all major Protectorate technology. However, it's also highly unstable and must be mined exceedingly carefully. Even Zeranium in its default crystalline state poses two risks. First, it's extremely... Second, Zeranium crystals produce a small amount of gas. In this gaseous state, Zeranium is quite hazardous. Breaking down organic matter through the concentration of the gas is a critical factor. A person could remain in a... Anyhow, I could talk about this all day if I let myself. Total avoidance is best. But come to think of it, our visiting scientist next door is working on a device that shields the user from Zeranium's effects. Though she was...
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure, amplifier requisition, and you want to see the quartermaster. She's right next to the gate, and she'll only be able to sell you our surplus, but you might find some of it.
What brings you to this fine establishment?
Caught a piece of shrapnel during the attack. What about you?
Xeranium poisoning. Only a mild case, but the doctors are giving treatment to study my symptoms.
Sovereign's mercy. How do you feel?
Downright privileged is how I feel. Sick,
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Xeranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model displayed standard overload-induced paralysis that became...
Probably not who I'm looking for, but I don't know.
Ambient xeranium levels are high. State your business. This unit was engineered to facilitate...
Oh, this is surely exciting. Someone...
Command.
Huh. I thought that would have put it into sales mode.
All wares...
Sorry, it tends to take things too...
Lull detected. Conversational status uncomfortable. Request...
It only under... Look, for now, just use the phrase...
Initiating...
See you soon, I hope.
Maybe.
Oh yes, I adore interruptions. I was just saying, what's best for stoking the spark of invention? Now, what is it you want? Quite busy, as I said. Now, did you have some business? Oh, now tell me, are you familiar with Xeranium? One and the same. That building took the brunt of the damage during a recent attack, and I could speak at length about Xeranium. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from Xeranium's remarkably unsavory... Quite splendidly, if I do say so myself. The principal function... Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget... Good, wonderful. As an added incentive, I'll... Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for collecting stray xeranium effluvium. Gas, that it. Merely activate the device once it's inside. Try to avoid any fields of dense xeranium, or death is all but assured. Any question? Normally, yes. But on the off chance, ideally, the resulting shielding will protect against any gas. Oh, so... My little minion. I trust you. What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Either that or you tolerate xeranium poisoning like a... Should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination. Now, on to business. The device already generates a field. What's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field around the user. I require a component called a catalytic amplifier. You'll be pleased to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside. You would imagine so. Unfortunately for me, our chief mechanist would... So you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier. Dragoons are a mainstay of our military. The design has been in production for decades. I had a model of one when I was young. All children did. You must have seen the large automech patrolling the interior grounds. That is the Dragoon. I'm sure he's just being cautious. Should Auntie's choice... No doubt he also seeks to retain an unspoiled automech, since the others are by now riddled with Zeranium poison. Good. A flexible mind's... Failing that, one last thing. The Dragoon must not be harmed. Not only would the amplifier likely be... Well...
Yes? She and I have been up. Please understand. The original staff of this facility were rounded up and refreshed because they couldn't say, why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working Dragoon to a pile of... If you're really so desperate, you can track down our second Dragoon. I'd have sent someone to retrieve it myself, but Dragoons are stubborn when their instructions are unclear. Good hunting.
Now I'm going back and she's not talking too much.
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendly.
Crab people, taste like crab, walk like mud. There's the other Dragoon. About Arma, we'll have to see, because I'm wanting to see if mods will work on campaign. I hope to God to do at the very least the Where Am I mod, so I can know where the fuck I am on the map. That's one of those things I hate on Arma, is that I get it, it's supposed to be realistic and whatnot, but yeah. And yeah, there's not going to be a Squeepy Month stream this month or video or whatnot. That one clip that I have on the VR headset I might upload as a compilation thing. As part of a compilation.
Closer to obtaining the catalytic amplifier? Oh, superb! I'm almost tempted to ask how you managed it. But pressing on, just a moment to remove what I need and install it in the prototype. Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis. You do...
Ah, you're back. And you've been cavorting with Zeranium again, by the looks of things. Certainly, there is a nominal cost for treat. All right, then. There. All better.
That spectacle didn't scare you off. Between the Anyway, Zeranium is hardly my area of expertise, but if I knew Dr. Bryant would come through, seeing as you're the only one trained in the use of that gadget. Make your way inside the repair hangar and be careful with that terminal. We don't want the situation getting any worse. Don't worry about Woodrow. Yes, there is some risk that shouldn't, but that isn't our problem to solve.
Oh yeah, because R3 is the melee attack. You bitch. I'm probably going to check Helldivers also in a bit. I haven't streamed that in a while either, but
Can't believe some of those Protectorate hull heads just couldn't see the benefit of something.
Never catch a break. Finally find a way to get ahead, and this happens.
Commander, there is a 98.7% chance that ammunition can be purchased.
I can also help you craft items.
Been working at that spot of business. Loose your words. I'm listening. Scouts reported a plume of smoke thick and wide billowing from the facility. Sure didn't seem to be mechanical exhaust. Just that Milver Street requested her presence for some mission. Normally I demand Trooper Sealong was one of my best enhanced soldiers, but never took to her grafts.
Been uncertain what I could rely on her for. So Milver Street holds her contract. At least for now. Trooper Sealong ain't a fragile wallflower. She's a soldier. And even at Reduce, she's got a contract. And she... Now, let's talk helping. There's an alternate... From there, your target's the Skycutter Tower. Seems it was recently reactivated. And wouldn't trust the Protectorate's over-engineered perfection to cook a sprat. If by some miracle your contraption doesn't turn you inside out. Once you passed Step Light, though, there's...
I guess I was able to actually... But anyway, that's about all the time I have for this one. Tomorrow is probably going to be a rest day because I just did 3 streams today. I don't know if I'm going to continue this or do a chill stream the day after. Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm probably going to be busy, so nothing there. But we'll see. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace. I'm out.